What's going on, guys? My name is Jonathan. I've been in high ticket sales for the past 3.5 years now, and I want to go ahead and make this video about telling you the harsh truth about high ticket sales. I see a lot of things on TikTok, I see a lot of things here on YouTube where people are saying that you're gonna go ahead and take 2 calls and automatically become a millionaire, make 5K a day and 7K a day. No, it doesn't work like that. So I wanted to go ahead and really create this channel. First of all, kind of just to tell my story a little bit, but most importantly, kind of give you guys the knowledge that I wish I would have had when I first got into this industry. Because at the end of the day, it's just a job. High ticket sales is just a job. It's not a business, right? So I don't understand why it's sold as an online business or an opportunity and online. It's not. It's just a job. It's just a sales job that you do online. Now, do you prefer to be in a car dealership selling every single day and you have to show up in order to sell? Or do you prefer to just take Zoom calls on your computer in a Miami high-rise apartment? I mean, you choose. I prefer to just take calls on the computer, right? That's what I've been doing for the past 3 years. But at the end of the day, I understand that it's just a job. I am working for somebody and they are paying me every single month for the job that I do. It is that simple, right? So don't get sold on this dream that high ticket sales is a business. Now, the best high ticket closers that I know personally treat it as a business. You treat your own leads and your own people and your own calls as a business. That's a whole different video and that's a whole different topic. You should treat it as a business, but it really, in reality, it's not a business. If your influencer of your sales manager wants to fire you, they will fire you. Now you have to find another offer. So at the end of the day, the first thing that I want to tell you guys is just a job. It's not a business. So as long as you're okay with that, you can make this a really, really high paying job. And again, I'm going to make different videos about that because obviously I've been able to make over 10K, 20K, 30K, even 40K a month with high ticket sales. Number 2, there's no real time freedom. There really isn't. I don't know who said that, oh, become a closer and you're going to have all of this time freedom and a lot of good stuff. You can take calls on the beach and, be free. It's not. Right? It's really not the way it is. When you're a closer and you're in a volume-based offer, you're in an offer that has a lot of calls, guess what? You're gonna have to open up your calendar quite a lot. So if I'm opening up my calendar from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m., guess what? I can't really do anything from 8 in the morning or 5 p.m. because I have to be available to be on calls. I have to be available to be in front of my computer. I have to be available to talk to somebody because if I don't talk to somebody, I don't get paid. Does that make sense? Right? So you really don't have time freedom where you're gonna work 2 hours, an hour, and then boom, have the whole day to relax. So that is already a lie. Let's throw that out over the balcony, right? So you are gonna have to have your calendar available for 3, 4, 5 to 6, really anywhere from 6 to 8 hours every single day to be in high ticket sales. To be in a good offer, you are gonna have to be able to take anywhere from 6 to 8 hours because no real good offer is gonna allow you to just take 2 calls a day. It's not, because they can just find somebody like me who's willing to grind for 6 to 8 to 10 hours every single day and close deals. Does that make sense? As long as you're okay with working 6, 8, 10 hours a day, then high ticket sales is for you. But you have to be okay in knowing that there's really no time freedom in high ticket sales. You are gonna have to be able to be available. Now, if you get a no-show, if somebody doesn't show up, can you go on a walk? Can you go, if you have a cancellation, can you go to the gym? Absolutely. You set your own schedule. You set your own hours. So at the end of the day, you can go ahead and work 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours at night, or schedule it however you want. But you have to keep in mind that you have to go where the opportunity is, right? If everybody in your offer is taking calls in the morning, you might want to take calls in the afternoon because that's where the available real estate is. Again, these are all different videos that I'm going to go ahead and make about high ticket sales and all that good stuff so you guys can understand it. But with all that being said, there really isn't no time freedom in high ticket sales. You have to be picked up, you have to be available throughout the day so you can actually make money. Number 3 is if you don't close, you don't get paid, right? So you are a high ticket closer, meaning that you are on commission only. So you are responsible for your own paycheck. That's why you have to be available on calls because every single call that you have is an opportunity for you to make money. Because if you don't close a client, if you don't get a sale, guess what? You're not going to get paid. Yeah, can you get paid $1,000, $2,000, $500, $300 per sale? Absolutely, right? That is 1,000% true. But again, unless you're making sales, you're not getting paid. And I know a lot of closers who are not making money because either one, they're not good enough, they don't have the drive, two, they're in a bad offer, or three, they're just working 1 hour a day and not taking it serious. So with that being said, again, it's a commission only job. Again, it's just a job. It's just a commission only job that you're gonna have. It's a high paying job, 1000%. Look where I live, right? This is my apartment. But at the end of the day, it's just a job and you have to be okay with that, right? You have to be okay with only getting paid on commission. I think if you're anywhere from 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, and you are having a just regular 9 to 5 job that you work this many hours and you get paid this much, honestly, I think you should take a leap of faith and try something like high ticket sales or just a commission only job, because you are responsible for your own outcome. You are responsible for how much money you make. So I know for sure, and I know my numbers, I know for sure that if I take this amount of calls and I close this many, I'm gonna go ahead and make this much money. So if my goal is to make 20K per month, I'm able to make 20K per month because of high ticket sales. Does that make sense? Now, if you can't do that with your regular 9 to 5 job and you wanna make 20K per month, okay, cool, then you're in the wrong vehicle. And so again, you have to be okay with not closing, no pay. If you close, you get paid. It's very simple. Number 4 is, it's not about how hard you work in high ticket sales. It's really about, the vehicle that you're in, meaning that it's not about how hard you row, it's about the boat that you're in. I know a lot of people who have gone into the offer that I'm at and have struggled completely, right? Have not been able to make, or not even 10K a month. And they go to a different offer and they absolutely crush it, because that offer might be easier, that offer might be simpler, that offer may have better marketing. There's multiple factors that determine what's a good offer and what's a bad offer. Now, I'm a firm believer that the grass is never greener on the other side, but the grass is greener where you water it. So if you can find an offer that you can make 20K per month, that you can make 30K per month, and there's other people that have done that in the past, and that is your goal, I'm a firm believer that is your moral obligation to make that work for you, instead of jumping from offer to offer to offer to offer. And because I've done that in the past where I've jumped to the best shining offer to another offer, and I'm just going from offer and not really building anything, right? I just do a month here, 2 weeks here, a month here, 2 months here, and I'm just like all over the place. But when I settle in with an offer and I'm like, okay, cool, people are making 20K a month in this offer, I'm gonna go ahead and water my grass. I'm gonna go ahead and just sit here and make sure that my lawn is the best lawn in the world, meaning that I'm just watering the grass and I'm building. And I've been with the same offer for about 2 years now, right? With that being said, there are some boats that are broken. Again, if you're in an offer where you don't align with the offer at all, you think the offer is scammy, you don't think the offer is good, then guess what? It's better off if you switch to another offer. Right? Because if you don't align with the offer, if you don't believe in the product that you're selling, your calls are not going to be good. You're not going to show up with the same confidence, and you're not going to make the amount of money that you want to be making. Does that make sense? So you are going to have to be able to say, okay, cool, here's a different boat that might be more aligned with what you want. Okay, but that's the good thing about high ticket sales, right? That you can jump on any boat, you can jump on any opportunity that you truly want, because there's endless amount of opportunities out there. And the last one, number 5, is you have to treat this as a sport. It's crazy because the best closers that I've worked with and the best people that I know in the industry have all came from a sport background, have all dedicated themselves to a sport. Injury happened, something happened, and they completely have to stop playing because of X, Y, and Z. Right? And it's because they have that drive and they have that discipline that they're taking from their sports, or from the sport world that they had, where they trained every single day and they were disciplined, and now they treat high ticket sales how to sell. Right? And that's the same thing that I do. I just treat high ticket sales as a sport. I train every day. I film, I watch film, I watch my calls, I see what I could have done better, I see what I could have done, what I could have improved. And I see, okay, maybe I should have done this, and this. But either way, I'm always educating myself. I'm getting new coaches, I'm getting new trainers to better my craft, because I know the more I learn and the more I invest in myself, the more I learn, the more I earn. Right, so I treat this as a sport. Every single day, I look at the leaderboard. Where am I? Am I first? Am I last? The leaderboard. Every single offer has a leaderboard. And if you're in the first in the leaderboard, you're going to make more money naturally. Right, so I try to treat this as a sport. It's not a day-long, sprint. It's a monthly marathon. Because at the end of the day, in most high-ticket offers, you're going to get paid monthly. Right. So again, you have the whole month to be able to make as much money as possible. Right? And that is That's the fun of it, right? That's the thrill of it, where you're coming in every single month, starting from scratch. No matter how good of a month you had the month before or how bad of a month, it's a new season. A new month is a new season, new opportunity to go ahead and get up every single day and make the best month possible for you and for your family. So with that being said, I mean, those are 5 things, right? 1 is not a job, it's a business. 2, there's no real time freedom when it comes to high ticket sales. 3, if you don't close, you don't get paid. You're on commission only, right? 4, is really about the boat that you're in, right? It's not about how hard you work. It's really about the boat that you're in. So you have to find the right boat for you specifically. And 5, if you treat it as a sport, you're going to win because you're going to improve yourself and you're going to get better, you're going to get better, you're going to get better, rather than just treating it as a job. Treat it as a sport, right? At the end of the day, even though it is a job, you want to go out and treat it as a sport and treat it as a business. And that's a whole different video for a different time. Okay, guys, this is the honest truth about high ticket sales. If you do it correctly, if you take advantage of it, like, you can make money. Like, you honestly 1000% can. I've been able to make well over 20K a month every single month for the past year and a half. Right, so again, if you treat it correctly, you can make the same, you can get to a 20K months or 30K months or 40K months every single month. But you have to show up every single day, and you have to treat it as a sport, and you have to train, and you have to get better, and you have to get better, and you have to get better. And ultimately, it's a job, but it's a job that can pay you really, really well if you dedicate yourself to the skill. If you're just here to go ahead and make 10K a month, work 1 hour a day, listen, try something else. Maybe try dropshipping, trading, a different business model, because high ticket sales is not going to be the ideal thing for you if you're going to treat it as a passive thing. But if you're going to dedicate yourself to it, if you're going to show up every single day, if you're going to train, if you're going to improve, guess what? High ticket sales will be the answer for you because you get what you put in. If you put in the hard work, you'll get the reward. If you put in shit, you will get shit. Simple as that. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.